So I assume you want to turn $1,000 into $1 million. Yes, this video is very urgent. It's very time sensitive because something is happening in the cryptocurrency market and we need to take action as soon as possible to catch the opportunities. There's a plan. I made a plan for myself and I'm going to be sharing that plan in this live stream, and also you can use that plan or make a plan of your own after you understand what I'm going to talk about. It's very, very urgent and the opportunities are right here. Yesterday, I wrote on Discord, last night basically I was doing my TA and my research. I wrote on Discord, okay, look, just did some TA and research, and here's a plan for any person in this Discord who seriously wants to make some real money. I will personally follow this plan. So I'm going to be sharing this plan in this live stream, and you can use that plan as well. It's totally beginner, it's friendly. So if you know nothing about cryptocurrency markets, you can still follow this plan. So without further ado, let's get started with the plan. The first thing I want to talk about is the market cycles, basically different phases of the market cycles and what are the emotions involved in the phases of the market cycles and where does the money flow in each phase. So as you see here, this is a chart of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has accumulation, pump, and dump phases. This is similar. I'm going to keep it very simple for this video, so it's super beginner friendly. I'm not going to go into much detail. So basically, what we have over here is the accumulation, pump, and dump phases. What I mean by that is basically it accumulates, then it pumps, and then it dumps. Again, accumulates, pumps, and dumps. Accumulates here, and pumps and dumps. So where are we? It's easy to know that we're currently at the pump, heading towards a dump, right? And we're at the final stages of a pump. So that's where we are. As I mentioned previously, also in my previous videos, that as an investor, we need to understand where we are in the market. So we're at the end of a pump and beginning of a dump. So what does that mean? That means that people who have invested in the accumulation part, who have bought a lot of Bitcoin in the accumulation part, have made a lot of money, around 16 times of the money they invested in Bitcoin. So they start getting the emotions and getting involved here for these people. They start taking profits out. They start getting greedy. So once they get greedy, where does the money flow? Money flows to different coins such as Ethereum, XRP, XLM, or any other coin, okay? So we accumulate, we pump, we dump. Money goes, people get greedy, and people start getting fearful who have bought over here, and people who have bought over here start getting greedy with their profits. So they want more profits. So money flows from Bitcoin to other coins. This is basically in simple terms what happens in the cryptocurrency market. I have a tab over here. I want to talk about Bitcoin halving, but I want to keep it really simple. So basically Bitcoin halving is when the block reward, it happens every 4 years, and when the block reward is halved. So this is a topic for another video, but if you want to search it up, this is a keyword, you can go and search it up. So continuing with the market cycles, now we're clear where does money flow. I just want to talk about the metric, an important metric here, to look at the flow of money. It's called the dominance. If you want to look at it on TradingView, just write BTC.D. If you want to look at the Ethereum's dominance, ETH.D. What does dominance mean? What is BTC.D? Basically, it's the percentage. It gives you a percentage of the amount of the total money, the percentage of the amount of the total money invested in the cryptocurrency market. So right now, we can see it's 44.78. And in that means 44.78% of the total money invested in the cryptocurrency market is in Bitcoin. So this one, basically, I'm going to talk about that, how it's related to the price of Bitcoin and how can we spot that we're dumping really early on. So moving on to the next slide, the next thing that I wanted to share is here. I have wrote a code to extract all the information you just saw on TradingView. And in this code, I looked particularly at 2017-2018 period where we had that long accumulation on the back over here. Then we pumped, then we dumped, okay? So what do you notice in this picture? We notice that Bitcoin pumped initially, then started going into sideways range, and then Ethereum started pumping, which is one of the major altcoins. So the key takeaway based on historical data, based on the accumulation pump and dump that happened in 2017 is that first Bitcoin pumps to its all-time high, then moves in a sideways range, then dumps, and while it was moving in the sideways range, money is flowing out of Bitcoin and going into Ethereum or other altcoins. So I looked at other altcoins just to show you. So basically, I drew a line over here telling you that BTC had its all-time high at this date, and Ethereum has its all-time high at this date. So in between, when money was flowing out of Bitcoin, it was going into, I just looked at XRP, XLM, and Doge, but other altcoins, the large cap altcoins, so they started making their all-time highs as well, right before Ethereum. I don't know if this would repeat itself or not, but it's really wise to start taking profits when you see such thing. When Bitcoin reaches its all-time high, and before Ethereum reaches all-time high. So moving on to the further slide, one more slide. This is how we can see where the money is flowing and whether really money is flowing or something else is happening. So as I mentioned, the dominance, Bitcoin dominance. So in this graph over here, I have Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum dominance, others dominance, which is the low micro market cap dominances, the XRP, Doge, and XLM. So basically, as you can see, previously in that period, 2017 to 2018, the Bitcoin dominance started falling really heavily. It was at around 70%, then it started falling to around 35%, meaning that money was coming out of Bitcoin. And surprisingly and expectingly, what happened to these altcoins? They increased in dominance. So that's why their price was going higher and higher. So what use can we make of this market cycle is basically, once we see the Bitcoin dominance going down and these going up, means that money is flowing out of Bitcoin as entering all these altcoins. This can be a really early indicator that, okay, we need to start taking profits now and start selling the coins we have because we're expecting a dump to happen. So now we're clear about the market cycles. We know where we are in the market cycle and how we can look at what's happening to the flow of money in the market cycles. So now let's move to the plan. What's the plan? How can we benefit from this? So now that you know the market cycle, we need to prepare ourselves for the next let's say the next couple of months to take our first step, take maximum advantage from this bull market, the last phase of the bull market, of the dump phase, of the pump phase, hold our coins and profits in the dump phase, and then start making some real good gains in the next pump phase. So let me show you something, and it's the plan. So this is the plan. The plan is urgent and might be triggered in the next couple of days. What do I mean by that? Basically, Bitcoin is at a very critical level. And I'm expecting, based on the TA and some research I've done, I'm expecting it to drop, to pump, because a lot of people are greedy right now. And it's very healthy. It's very healthy, by the way. I'm not saying it's very bearish or very bad, but it's very healthy if Bitcoin dumps to around 52 to 55K. So this is the only condition that's going to trigger this plan. So you need to be aware of that. If Bitcoin reaches 52 to 55K, you trigger this plan. If not, then we go into the big picture, which is what I'm going to be explaining in the next video. So first, as I said, this is super beginner friendly. So for beginners who don't know anything about cryptocurrency, where to buy, where to sell, and where to track the price of Bitcoin or other coins, you first need to create an account in any exchange. Any exchange, I recommend Binance, or I'm not paid by them. This is not a sponsored video. Just need to clear that out. But you can make it on either Binance or KuCoin. KuCoin is something paradise, but yeah, Binance is a much better choice. Or you can choose whatever you're comfortable with. Then to track the price of Bitcoin and other coins, you can use TradingView. And then, which triggers the trigger of this plan is wait for Bitcoin to dump to 52,000 or 55,000. Those are levels that I've shared in the Discord group. And why am I looking at those levels? And once you see this happens, look at the altcoins that you're planning to buy. Or I'm going to share with you altcoins that I'm going to personally buy, but you can follow that. But if you're looking at altcoins, other coins you want to buy, here you can check on the altcoins. And this is the fourth step, is basically you check on the altcoins and make sure they have done. Then they most probably will be wrecked by the time if Bitcoin reaches 52 to 55k, and it's a very strong buying opportunity because we need to scare a lot of people and throw them out of the investing field so we can make a lot of money. So once the altcoin has dumped and Bitcoin has dumped, here's where you buy the coins. You buy coins that have strong projects. I will mention them in the Excel sheet that I made, but I recommend you to buy coins in strong projects just to be safe, because we're at the end of the bull cycle, and you need to do your own research because you're an investor, so you know what you're getting into. But you can, but not recommended. But you can just follow what I'll be doing. So once you buy the coins, keep them in your wallet. Then the hardest part is do nothing, do absolutely nothing. Do not even look at them, do not even touch them, and wait until December, January, or February when we top out, when everything tops out, Bitcoin tops out. And remember the pump and dump cycle phases. So everything tops out, sell it into a stable coin, keep your profits. You can either take the profits and go enjoy and spend it and buy everything you want, or you can keep it for the bigger picture where we're going to make 100x on that profit, meaning that $1,000 might be either 10,000, 100,000, or $1 million. So let's go into the math just to show you how that could happen. Let me pull up this slide. So basically this Excel sheet shows you, depending on the money, your initial investment, money you can afford to lose, depending on that money you put in the cryptocurrency market at this stage, how much you might make, where should you allocate your money, and how much you might make out of that money. So basically, let's start with 10,000 here. Oh no. What's happening here? So let's start with 10,000. The allocation here is basically choose 10 coins. These are the coins that I'll be investing in. The allocation is basically choose 10 coins and put 1,000 dirhams in each of these coins. If you want to start with $10,000, you can start with $10,000. But in terms of dirhams, 1,000 into each of these coins. Some coins being large cap, some coins having really strong projects, some coins being low cap, and some coins being really risky. So depending on these coins, over here you can see the expected profits. Basically, the expected profits for me and what I'm looking at is basically 3 to 5, being very conservative, maybe more if we're going a bit aggressive. And also for these risky coins such as Alu or Dirk, D-Race and Altura, basically I'm expecting like a 10x, but let's see what happens. So depending on this amount of invested money and the multiple we're expecting, we're going to get this much of profit. So basically, it's the only factor here you need to change is the money you can afford to lose, and this factor changes. And this is very conservative at the moment. Let's keep this 5 as well. This is very conservative at the moment, but if the best case scenario happens, this can be 10, 10x, all can 10x basically. And you can see how much profit difference you can make out of this. So this is the money which I said you can either keep into a stable coin and wait for the market to dump, and then we can scoop up all these coins at a very high discounted price, or you can use this money and go spend your money. 20,000 to 200,000 dirhams is very good, actually. It's a good percentage. So this money over here will be a starting point for making $1 million or $2 million or $10 million. What do I mean by that? Let me pull up this slide. If you notice, let's say, let's choose a random coin. Let's choose Bitcoin and look at the whole cycle of Bitcoin. So basically, you have a long accumulation phase over here. There's a small pump and dump over here, but long accumulation phase over here. Then you have a long pump. Then you have a short pump and dump, a long accumulation, short pump and dump. So you have a lot of time to buy. So what usually happens is, for Bitcoin, as we saw, it does a 16x, right? So let's look at other currencies, such as DOT, for example. DOT was at a really low price for a really long time during the accumulation phase before it pumped, right? So if you bought DOT at 40, now you'd have a 10x. Now you'd be sitting on a 10x, approximately a 10x. So you see, if you get early into these projects, you have the opportunity to make a lot of money. And what we're going to do with the money, the profit we got from the last of this bull cycle is in the accumulation cycle. We're gonna try to invest that money into other coins that might give us 100x or 1000x. So this is the plan. This is the plan I'm personally gonna follow. The only trigger for this plan is to wait for Bitcoin to dump to around 52 to 55k, and this is based on the research that I have done and the technical analysis I've done. So when this happens, altcoins would be completely wrecked. They'll be at discounted prices. So you start scooping up, that's a big buying opportunity, by the way. You can start scooping up all those altcoins, keep them in your wallet, do absolutely nothing, and then sell them into a stable coin once Bitcoin reaches its new all-time highs. And then you can either enjoy life, or you can keep that money in order to 10x or 100x it in the next phase, in the next bull run, basically. So let me go again and summarize this plan. This is completely beginners friendly. So the thing you need to do is create an account on any exchange. You can create it either on Binance or KuCoin or whatever exchange you're comfortable with. And when you do that, you track the Bitcoin price on any platform. I suggest in this plan to use TradingView, because that's what I use. Then we wait for the trigger. Wait for Bitcoin to reach 52 to 55k. Then you're gonna see on TradingView that everything is red. That means everything is down and at a discounted price. Then you check the altcoins to make sure they have dumped. Because a beginner might be using this plan. So yes, you need to check it out. You need to check the coins you're interested in. Then you start buying those coins. You can either follow the coins that I presented in the Excel, or you can buy your own coins. Then keep them in your digital wallet. Keep them and do absolutely nothing with them. Don't get rid of all of your emotions, and wait until Bitcoin tops out. And when Bitcoin tops out, and we're gonna get Bitcoin will start consolidating. We'll start going in a sideways range. That means money will be flowing out of Bitcoin into all the altcoins. You're gonna start seeing your pumps, and when you start seeing your pumps and seeing signs that we're gonna dump really hard, which would be around December, January, February, you take your profits into a stable coin, a USDT. You can either go and spend those profits or keep those profits for the big picture where we're going to 100x and 1000x it. So this is the complete plan. I'll personally follow this plan. And if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this plan, and you feel someone needs to watch it, please share this video to the people that you think needs it, because this is life-changing information. This information can change lives financially for a lot of people. And smash the like buttons if you enjoyed and find value in this video. So until next video, follow this plan, and I'll update you if anything else is needed. Thank you very much for watching.